Hi everybody, and welcome once again to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon Banshee, and welcome to the Emotional Exchanges, my weekly show where I go through the entire range of the zodiac, tell you what's going on in your emotional, possibly romantic life. I'm going to be using the Modern Love Tarot by Ethany, with artwork by Lucy Morningstar. I always have to look for that one. There it is. It's a beautiful deck. If you're interested, I'm sure there's any number of unboxing videos about it, including my own, on our YouTube channel. So check that out. And before I get started with that, I will be doing the card for the collective from the Universal Love Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno, just to kind of set the tone. Oh. This reading is for today and the next week, Friday, May 17th to next Wednesday, the 23rd. Those are actually pretty important dates in Banshee's life. The 17th was her mother's birthday, so happy heavenly birthday to her mom. And the 23rd was the day her father died, May 23rd, 1967, when she was a wee child of 10. Whoops. I think, nope. I was going to say we'll use that card, but guess what? We lost more than one, so I'm going to have to edit some of this out. A little sloppy there. All right, for the collective. It's fear. Fear has crept into your life in some way and is preventing you from experiencing something beautiful. Though fear is a natural part of life, often we suppress it and deny its existence. This creates a situation where we fear the very feeling of it. You are being asked to acknowledge your fear, then embrace it, rather than have it embrace you. Release it and allow your natural beauty to shine. Know that love is the opposite of fear. Allow love to guide you. Trust you are always protected by its light. All right, let us begin. So this is a reading for all the signs of the zodiac, starting with Aries and moving all the way through Pisces. I will draw two cards from this lovely deck. The first card is the emotional challenge or opportunity you have this week. And the second card is the action required from you. All right, so Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Queen of Swords reversed. You may have to make an important decision. It's bound to break some hearts, but it is something you need to make. It's your decision, and you are making the right decision. You're not doing it, but it may be construed as being harsh to those it may affect. Card 2. Action required. It's another queen. Queen of Wands reversed. So this situation is coming to you. You might have to embrace it in a sort of dark side manner. These are both the dark sides of those respective queen energies, the swords and the wands. And so that's fire and air, literally, no matter how you look at it from the tarot point of view. I think it's saying for Aries is you may have to walk on the dark side. You should accept that and try to get the most out of it from some perspective. A perspective of a finality, but also of a ferocity, having to undertake that kind of energy under yourself, no matter what. So let's move on to Taurus then. First card, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's the Two of Swords. It's upright. And it may be saying that emotionally where you're at, whether you're in a relationship or not, there is a sense of sort of holding out, that maybe you're not very engaged with a partner or with the idea of seeking a partner. In that case, then, it may be that it represents just where you're at emotionally, that you don't want to be with someone. But if you are in a relationship, this may be indicating you're undergoing a period where the sense of communication is really skewed, and long range it may present some problems. So what is the action required? It's the King of Swords. And so you have to make a decision about this. And you have to make the decision that makes you happy. But there's nothing wrong with making others either directly involved or not happy. All right, that was Taurus. So now we'll go to Gemini. Sun, Moon, and Rising. This may be a hard time, Gemini. You may be having a hard time perceiving the idea that there's a romantic or emotional quotient or destiny for you, and that either the idea is that you forge your own no matter what, or that you sort of feel you're at the whims of fate in a way. And it's sort of a dark way. It's not looking at this morale-wise like it's very good. You may feel like you're giving up hope of having, real and valid relationships. So what is the action required? I think you have to understand where emotional or regular dependencies lie. I think you have to work on those. I think the devil upright is saying that most of these issues are probably things you put on yourself. It's also possible that because it's codependent that there is a relationship, and even if it's only like with just an abstract principle, you put it on yourself that you have to behave this way, and you really don't have to. You can get rid of this emotional dependency on whatever it is and just face reality. So Geminis, I think I'm kind of telling you to buck up a little bit. I hope you don't mind too much. All right, so now we're on Cancer. And what is the challenge or opportunity for Cancer? You take maybe only in a small way, just a little bit of a diminished view of what you are building, that maybe you feel good about that, but you don't feel spectacular about that. That it could be that you're willing to wait and see whether the idea of this being long range or fully encompassing your life emotionally, as it were, does wear true. So what is the action required? And it's the Six of Wands upright. So the action required says that maybe you need to draw attention to all the good things, all the things that are winning about this foundation or situation that's being created. So I imagine that a lot of this, Cancer, is about a relationship or about the prospects of a relationship. And so I think you have to show value for all the parts of that. Acknowledge the wins and help out with the not wins. Leo, back to the fire sign. Sun, moon, and rising. What's the challenge or opportunity for Leo? And it is, in fact, the Empress. Something beautiful can be created right now for Leos. This most likely is about a relationship that's coming into the picture, or it's about taking a relationship you have to something very new and very beautiful. For older couples or situations, it could mean how people redo their vows, have an anniversary and redo their vows, but it could mean a number of things about what one finds beautiful and creative in a relationship and how it helps just a perpetual motion in that relationship. So what is the action required for Leos? It's the reverse Knight of Swords. So it's more cautionary. It's more saying, take your time with this. This does not have an urgent need to be manifested, and watch out for a brashness or going where you really don't need to go. There may be a sense here of stepping on the toes of someone else or something like that. So I'm going to leave it with that for the Leos, and we'll move on now to Virgo. And Virgo is an earth sign. Sun moon and rising, and I keep saying that, I should have said at the beginning, but that means that no matter whether the particular sign I'm reading is your sun, moon, or rising sign, I mean, you can read all of those or gain, some idea about what's going on this week. So anyways, Virgo. What is the opportunity or challenge? And it's our friend, the King of Wands, who's upright. And this tells me that there's kind of like an idea towards moving towards an engagement, and you have a real sense of taking control of a situation. There's something you feel you're perfectly groomed to do this, either literally or figuratively. You're just in a good spot to really shine as a person. And so this could be about whatever it is you really want or love, whether it's, a relationship or whether it's furtherance in your career or being noticed by people in your neighborhood or your church or whatever that is. It's almost like a Leo in a way, but you're a Virgo. Well, astrologically, many of the signs, I think they call it progress. As you get older, you progress into the next sign, your next sign. And that means you take on some of those qualities or ideas there. So anyway, what is the action required for Virgo? And of course, it's the Ace of Pentacles. And so the action required maybe to feel, just like I said to another side, that sometimes it's going to be a slow go, that there may be, you have to make sure you really are growing the best thing you can with your best intentions and with what it is, honesty, all of that. You may have to make sure you're totally deconstructed from any other situation that was like this before. Like if there's an old relationship with someone or something, a relationship with, make sure that is truly over. I'm just sort of feeling that for Virgo. All right. So now we will move on to Libra. Libra, air sign. And Libra, sun, moon, or rising for this reading. What is the challenge? One. Oh, it fell out of my hands, so I really felt the calling of it. And we had the Queen of Wands reversed, I think, in our first reading. It was in the other position. But as for Libra, as the idea that this is your opportunity maybe to correct the views of yourself from a personality point of view, that maybe there are people who say, well, I like so-and-so, but, oh, they're so anti-charismatic. I mean, it's sort of like their attraction is sort of a little bit destructive or limiting or not empowering like it should be. And so Libra, we have to watch that we're not doing things that maybe keep us from being more of our normal impartial self. I mean, I think we have to find our middle ground, Libra. So what is the action required then? And Libra, this may sound funny. Swords is your element, air, to most of our distinctions. So the Nine of Swords reversed may be saying that the action required is to realize that you don't have to take on the weight of the world, that really you have enough of your own problems or situations to deal with, and that maybe this isn't the time to try to manifest this, vitriolic or whatever it is, personality that's going on. Maybe this is saying, emotionally speaking, you can release yourself from all those anxieties and problems that other people have. And you can do it with tenderness and grace, Emotionally speaking, you can still be there for people. And that's saying a lot for Libra. I'll just say that, I think. So now we're on Scorpio, which is a water sign. And of course, Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. What is the opportunity or challenge that could be coming to you? It's the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups is reversed. So I think that could be saying that there's an opportunity to maybe readjust yourself to some situations. Maybe you made a move that was ahead of time. That's what I'm sensing here. This is Scorpio, right? Yes. So you kind of jumped the gun on something. You weren't quite ready emotionally to do this thing, whether it's moving on something emotional that you really wanted to have, like a person's attention or more, or a situation you really felt good about. You jumped the gun a little bit. So maybe that's a problem, but what is the action required then? And it's the Page of Pentacles, and Page of Pentacles is upright. And I think the Page of Pentacles could be saying that you still have this ability to be introspective and to be philosophical and to maybe also look at what's going on beneath the surface a little bit. There's a little bit of metaphysics going on here for you, maybe, Scorpio. That's so typical of you, that maybe you can kind of just try to understand things sort of aside in a way, like not, like in a remote way, like you can use your own powers of perception here. And I think, me and who were arguing about this, but they read it first. Banshee read this article or this thing on the internet that said, oh, when it comes to reading, the intuitive or psychic abilities of the zodiac, who's number one? Me. Well, I knew that. But anyways, less about me, and now we're on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a fire sign, so kindred to Banshee, fellow fire sign Aries that started us off. Sun, Moon, and Rising. What's it all about, Sagittarius? What is coming to you, emotionally speaking, that's a challenge or an opportunity? That's the Five of Swords reversed. Oh my goodness. It looks like you're on the verge of, something really bad happening emotionally. There's a breakup maybe on the horizon. I have a feeling that Sagittarians could have a prime seat here. Maybe it isn't you. I mean, this isn't for every single Sagittarius out there. Maybe this is for somebody who has other situations going on too. But please beware that this card is the card that nobody wins. And that when there are other people involved that are on the sidelines, which maybe you are yourself, Sagittarius, or maybe it does concern you, it's never pretty, and there's a lot of rawness going on. So try to be kind. If you have to leave, just go in the best way you possibly can. So what is the action required? And it's the Seven of Cups reversed. And so maybe there's a hope here that you are making a better choice somehow in all of this, that the choice should not be inflicting more pain or damage, nobody winning at all, but maybe finding a way that everybody wins at least a little bit, emotionally speaking. Okay, Sagittarius, I'm on to Capricorn now. Capricorn's an earth sign. I happen to have moon and rising in Capricorn, but of course this part of the reading is for the sun, moon, or rising. And what is that opportunity or challenge that comes to us, to Sagittarians? And it's judgment. And so from some sort of emotional point of view, maybe your eyes have opened up about what the situation really means in your relationship, that maybe there's something really deep and engrossing there, that pulls you in, or you have some sort of realization of it, and it really does change things. What is the action required then because of this, or taking you to this? And it's the reverse Four of Cups. So emotionally speaking, you have to make a choice here. You could let yourself be affected by the revelations here, the epiphanies, whatever it is, like suddenly you discover your own sister or brother. Soap opera. But anyways, Capricorn, you have to decide what's really, really important, what's going on, and you have enough information to do that. You've had a revelation, you will be having a revelation, so you should be able to handle that. Good luck, Sagittarians. I'm sorry, Capricorns. Okay, so now it's Aquarius. Air sign. Sun, moon, and rising. Here we go. Challenge or opportunity. You have to regain control of your willpower, Aquarius. You're an air sign, so a lot of times you can get bogged down in details because you overthink a situation, maybe. This could be more true of Aquarius in some ways. But this is saying maybe too that you forget the practical application of your willpower, your creativity, things like that. So don't forget that. An opportunity to rediscover that, or for you to understand that you need to get back in the game, is coming. What is the action required? And oddly enough, it means you're not missing it. You just got to slow down to catch up or catch back with it. It's the Eight of Wands reversed. And this card could be saying that maybe your target is not moving so quickly that you can't, kind of sync yourself to that. So I think from an emotional point of view, if you are having problems really deciding what you want, deciding how you're going to go about and get it, then you need to maybe think about what the target really is or isn't. Maybe you need to diffuse the idea that there is a target and, take it, at a commensurate level. All right, so finally we are at Pisces. Pisces, water sign, sun, moon, and rising. This one is for you. And then we're going to call it a day here. And my outlook for the emotional exchanges. All right, so Pisces, what is the opportunity or challenge that is coming to you? It's the reversed Ace of Wands. So you may feel that maybe you had been investing yourself in something growthful. Maybe it was a new friendship, or maybe it was something you just saw moving into that area. I mean, that's what the cards are here for, is to talk about our emotional bonds with people. If they're not actual love affairs or relationships, strong felt bonds. And maybe you felt, Pisces, that something was really moving and growing here, but now you feel there's delays. And so it's up to you maybe to figure out what you can do, Pisces, to restart that fire. So what is that action required, Pisces? I get the feeling like this is saying, Pisces, you have to watch out for your tendency to go solitary, and that you have to remember that there are people in your family who do want to help you and are there to help you. So the action required is to reach out to your family, whatever that is, the family of blood, the family of choice, and to not let the situation overwhelm you. You know, it sounds to me like this is something you'd been working at for a while, but it still needed more. And you have to figure out how to let it continue to grow. And you know, we just passed the Beltane season, which this is kind of appropriate for Beltane. So hopefully, Pisces, you will work that out. All right, that was the emotional exchanges for this week. I'd like to take a real quick moment and talk about our shows and programming. You know, Banshee always does it at the end of her show, which I will mention in a minute. But anyways, tomorrow is the happy hour, and that's at 10 a.m. That's Saturday. Come and get a free one-card message, guaranteed positivity. If you want to consider divine and from spirit, that's fine. But also on Sunday mornings, we are here. Actually, it's Banshee's show, which is the corollary of my show, Banshee's Material Matters. It's on 10 o'clock Sunday mornings, so you can check that out. It's pre-recorded like this show, but we are live in the chat room, both of us, and we will chat with you about what the reading's about, as well as share our hijinks. And you know, most weeks it's our most highly rated pre-recorded show, so check out the fun. Come and see us. And then also later on Sunday afternoon, we are live for our regular live stream, one of two. We have two live streams, and this is our Sunday afternoon one from 2 to 4 p.m. So check it out. It's usually pretty busy, so you might want to get there early. We can normally do about 18 to 20 readings in that time stretch, so get in line. All right, everybody. So thanks for coming once again to the Emotional Exchanges, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.